After watching the Heat offense last night in Game 2, it reminded me that back in April, something was bugging me about their attack, but I was having trouble putting my finger on it. After watching the first 2 games of this series, I think I finally figured it out. It's their lack of skip passes. I created the video on the 4 must-have actions in your offense, which you can buy here, and one of them is the need to skip the ball. The whole point of a half-court offense is to create advantages by forcing closeouts and attacking them on the catch. And a great way to force those closeouts is to skip the ball across the court. The Celtics certainly do so, and it was a key component of their resurgence the second half of the season. Notice the great 5-out spacing with the whole lane open so that when Marcus Smart drives and Robert Williams rolls through, he's got his choice of skips to either the corner or the wing. Despite being in the air, he's got the skill to fire this pass to the open Jaylen Brown, who gets the easy 3-pointer. It doesn't have to be a drive and kick. It could just be a pass that travels more than 15 to 18 feet, allowing Pritchard to attack on the catch after PJ Tucker put himself in a long closeout at a bad angle. The help comes, but too late for an elite shooter. Now, let's look at the Heat offense and how they almost never throw skip passes, and as a result, their offense doesn't generate a lot of easy looks. Part of it is personnel. With Jimmy setting the first screen in this pistol action, he doesn't have the gravity to drag his man with him to the corner. So Brown can watch Tucker rolling. On the weak side, this isn't good spacing as Bam is just inside the 3-point line and Gabe Vincent is standing right behind him behind the line. All Hero sees coming around is 3 defenders right in front of him waiting, tries to hit a jumper over 2 of them, and you've got plenty of defensive rebounding to grab the miss. Out of horns, this should never happen, as 3 Heat players congregate in the left corner. White can pressure the ball, while 2 other Celtics can hover in the lane ready to easily help. This kind of step-up screen with a cleared side should have an option to skip to the corner, but not the way they're running it. In a typical NBA offense, you'd see Butler set a step-up screen, while Hero is either getting a hammer screen to the corner or he's just drifting there. But because Bam doesn't cut to the hoop, he doesn't occupy any help, and Hero just stands on the wing unopened, so it leaves Oladipo with nothing left but a smothered shot at the rim. One issue I'm seeing is with Tyler Hero's game. He's excellent at pulling up for threes and floaters, but he hasn't mastered how to set up open teammates with skip passes. Having Butler has been key for them getting buckets inside the 3-point arc, but he is a detriment as well by not providing spacing. Tice is guarding him, and because of the screen at the elbow, Tice can help blow up the ball screen action for Hero. Now, because Bam has 0 gravity as well, his man Grant Williams can also show a body at the ball. The skip to the right corner would get them either a shot or an attack of a closeout, but he ignores that to shoot the floater from 14 feet out, and the defense is perfectly happy giving this up. Of course, missing Kyle Lowry is a big blow to the Heat's offense, but he doesn't necessarily throw skip passes either. And when you're not giving your offense enough advantages to attack, it's like trying to buy tickets with a telephone and a newspaper. Instead, download the SeatGeek app and get the best way to scour the internet for tickets to sporting events, concerts, and the theater. Not only do they find you tons of available tickets, they give each price a grade to let you know whether you're getting a great deal or not. So don't miss a chance to see these incredible players in person during the conference finals. Best of all, I can save you $20 off your first purchase by using my code BBALL. So don't wait, use SeatGeek to get in the game and you'll see how Hero got another chance to attack off the dribble. But remember, a key option to this kind of step-up screen is a skip to the corner for an open shot. Notice that Butler's on the weak side block before circling around. Normally, you'd have his position behind the 3-point line to open up more space. But right here, Pritchard's head is turned, his man is wide open in the corner and a good shooter. But Hero doesn't throw it, and it turns into a bad turnover. It's not just Hero, and it's not just Jimmy's lack of spacing. Their offense is littered with possessions of poor spacing overall, like whatever is happening on the weak side while Bam is trying to post up, something he's not very good at anyway and should be a lot better at in this stage of his development. Contrast that possession to the Celtics play, where Horford is down low, and look how much better they space the floor. Jimmy gets steal happy, runs out of the way, and Al can skip it to the corner for an open 3 from Williams. I don't understand why Spoelstra would want Jimmy and Dedmon next to each other in the left corner while they're actually throwing a skip pass out of this flare action to Hero. There's nowhere for him to attack on that side. and Hero doesn't understand that attacking Tice to the middle could open up a skip to the right side for an open shot. Instead, he goes back into the teeth of the defense, where Brown has no problem helping off a Butler in the corner, forcing another turnover. They get much better spacing on this possession, but once they set the screen for Hero to attack, Dedmon is circling right back in front of the ball. Modern offenses would want to get the other three players spread as far as possible on the weak side in this attack, but Tucker wanders down through the lane. Smart can leave Jimmy since they'd love for him to shoot the long jumper, and Hero cuts off his drive 2 dribbles too early, allowing Smart to easily steal his pass. I just about threw my computer out the window on this one, as they intentionally force the switch of Horford onto Butler for an ISO. Watch what happens as he brings the ball over to the left wing. What is this? 4 players trapped within 10 feet of each other, and when Jimmy hands it off to Oladipo, he has the entire Western Hemisphere to himself, but opts for an arrhythmic pull-up from deep. They've also got caught with Max Strus trying to be a dribble drive artist on top of the bad spacing. Why is he driving to his weak hand, first of all? And second, he might not have had the skill to make this skip pass to the weak side corner for an open 3, and he certainly isn't ready to be throwing lobs like a point guard. They run pistol action on the left side, and normally you should see 2 shooters spread wide on the other side. Instead, it's Jimmy in the dunker spot 5 feet in front of Hero in the corner. Now, we've got Strus again trying to be the dribble creator, and I don't mind this short roll to Tucker so much, but look at what's in front of him. Bam on the left block, Jimmy on the right. It's no wonder he waddles into a travel. They almost figure it out on this possession as Bam clears to the weak side dunker spot and Jimmy attacks middle. Now this is an advanced pass to throw it to Hero, who could be moving more towards the wing, and Tucker should be spotting up behind the line on the right wing for an open catch and shoot. So they do it all over again, and instead of circling around like Bam does on this, I feel like he should be screening Pritchard so Strus can do what he does best. Jimmy waits too long to throw the pass, Pritchard recovers in time to bother him, and Strus can't hit it. That said, Bam's circle around allows him to wrestle with Williams enough to get the offensive rebound and strong putback, but they never got this action again. Meanwhile, the Celtics skip the ball from the right wing to the left, allowing Brown to attack the Tucker closeout into the middle of the floor, a death to the defense. He's a little late with his kick to Smart in the corner, but it still allows him to attack another closeout into an and one. The Heat try to double Tatum in the pick and roll, and the simple skip pass across the court gives Smart enough time to calmly rise up to hit another 3 and extend their already sizable lead. Out of the elevator play to Pritchard, they cut Tatum to the right wing, and you can see Tice is setting that hammer screen for Brown right as Tatum begins his attack. He throws a gorgeous backhand 35-foot pass almost on the money, so Jalen can easily rise up into the shot and swish it clean through. Even though they didn't score on every single skip pass they threw, you can see how much it made the Heat defense scramble completely out of position and generate incredibly good shots. A premium for a team playing on the road in a playoff game in the Eastern Conference Finals. Here's another example where someone as short as Pritchard can see this kind of pass across the court, which gives Marcus Smart the chance to attack the closeout and generate a wide open 15-footer, but all that scrambling allows Robert Williams to sneak in there for the tip-in and the foul. So I hope I made it clear how invaluable throwing skip passes is, and particularly against the kind of overloading defense the Heat play. The Celtics should be able to generate good looks consistently throughout this series. Unless the Heat can figure out suddenly how to start throwing a lot more skip passes, watch for their offense to wither and die as the series goes on, and the defensive pressure of Smart and company forces them into tough shot after tough shot. And that basically means the Heat have no chance to win this series.